Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. It is Monday and we've got lots and lots of transfer news to get into. We've got a world record fee for Kylian Mbappe. Manchester City might be signing a new winger and Harry Kane looks like he's moving to Bayern Munich. Let's get straight into it. And Tottenham Hotspur chairman Daniel Levy has been told he must sell Harry Kane this summer if he cannot persuade the England striker to sign a new deal. News of Tottenham's ultimatum has put United back on alert over signing Kane. Bayern Munich have already had 2 bids rejected for Kane and now preparing a third, and they're also willing to offer Kane a long-term contract of 4 years, possibly 5, in order to win the Englishman's signature. This is a huge development. The owner of Tottenham Hotspur has told Daniel Levy that he cannot let Kane leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. That means, of course, if Kane's not going to sign a new deal, he will be sold, and the only team I think that's going to get him is Bayern Munich. Now, remember yesterday's video. Apparently, rumour had it that Kane's wife was spotted in Munich looking at houses and looking at schools for the children ahead of the move to Bayern Munich. This deal, in my opinion, is going to get done. It's going to be around 100 million euros. It's going to be great for Bayern Munich, great for Harry Kane. I don't think it's a good deal for Spurs, though. In my personal opinion, I would have kept him, let him leave on a free transfer. I think he's that important to Spurs that I would have kept him and let him go on a free. I think they could have got top 4 this year with Harry Kane, or top 5. They're not going to get top 5 now without Harry Kane. So in my opinion, bad move. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Chelsea have made an offer for Crystal Palace's Michael Olise, and the France forward has already had agreement in principle with the Blues. But Manchester City are also interested in signing Olise, who has a release clause of around 35 million euros. Now, this bit here, the 35 million euro release clause, there is a little bit of confusion about this because rumour has it that this release clause was potentially removed or increased last year. However, there's still a lot of confusion about it and don't seem to have a clear answer as to whether there's still a £35 million release clause. So, not sure about that. Elise is a good player. I think he's obviously very promising. He's only 21 years old, so he's still got lots of potential. I think he'd be a great replacement for Riyad Mahrez, but is he good enough to step into Manchester City? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. We will be doing a live stream on this later on, talking about it on City Extra, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because that's going to obviously be an in-depth talk about it. Al Hilal will bid 200 million euros of PSG's Kylian Mbappe and offer the France forward a 2-year contract worth of £200 million a year, possibly with a release clause after a year, solely reserved for a move to Real Madrid. I think Kylian Mbappe is just playing the whole football world. He's only signing 2-year contracts, which means every year, every 2 years, he's just getting a massive pay increase because people don't want to lose him on a free transfer. I think he's playing a blinder. I really do. Would I go to Saudi Arabia at his age? Probably not. Chelsea are running out of patience with Romelu Lukaku as the Belgium striker is unwilling to move to Saudi Arabia and is waiting for a European club to sign him. Well, I don't really know what Chelsea can get annoyed about him for. I mean, he's under contract with Chelsea. If he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, he don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. And if he wants to move to Europe, he's waiting for a bid. If no bid comes in, it's Chelsea's problem. So I'm not really sure why Chelsea are really getting frustrated with Lukaku. He's not doing anything wrong. He's under contract and he doesn't have to sign a contract to go to Saudi Arabia. So not sure why they're moaning, really. Fabinho's move to Liverpool from Liverpool to Al Ittihad is at risk of collapse as the Brazil midfielder wants clarity on whether he can take his 2 French bulldogs into Saudi Arabia. Okay, so yeah, maybe his 2 pets will stop Fabinho moving to Saudi Arabia. Wow, okay, that's a funny one. Never heard that before. Atlanta's Denmark striker Erasmus wants to complete a move to Manchester United by the end of the month, having already agreed personal terms. Yeah, this seems to be dragging out, but of course, if United are now on alert over Harry Kane, will they sort of back off Haaland a little bit and really try to go for Harry Kane? Because United should go for Harry Kane. United getting Harry Kane, in my view, would make them title contenders. So, but can they afford him? I don't think they can by the sounds of it. So maybe they won't, and maybe they will just go for Haaland. But it does sound like a deal is getting close on that Haaland deal. Ivory Coast forward Wilfried Zaha will join Turkish champions Galatasaray on a free transfer after leaving Crystal Palace. Okay, fair dues. Manager Marcel Silva has rejected a 40 million proposal for Saudi Arabian club Al Ahly and has committed his future to Fulham. Fairs. I mean, rejecting £40 million to stay at Fulham. I mean, that is fair. He's doing it for the love of the game, not for the cash. Good manager. I like him. Glad he's stayed in the Premier League. Chelsea have reopened talks with Saudi Pro League over selling Morocco winger Hakim Ziyech. Of course, he was moving to Saudi and then failed a fitness test. a medical. So that, you know, he's been on some serious bad luck over the last year or so. English winger Callum Hudson-Odoi is close to being reunited to former Chelsea manager Maurizio Sarri at Lazio. However, Fulham are still trying to beat Lazio to the signing of Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea. Again, I said this yesterday or one of the previous videos that we've done on this. I'm so shocked, guys, that no other teams have got in for Hudson-Odoi. £20 million. I mean, do you not think that is a great, like, sort of risk? I think that's a great risk. £20 million for Hudson-Odoi. I think there's a very good chance that you'll be looking back in the year going, what a bargain that was. I genuinely do. I think it's a great price. Fulham are willing to pay £7 million for Demarai Gray, as Everton look to cash in on the Jamaican winger. Yeah, I think he's pretty shit, to be honest with you guys. I know he put one in the top corner against City, but I don't really rate him that much. Fulham have rejected a £50 million bid from West Ham for Portugal midfielder João Paulinho. Well, everyone knows they've got the cash, so that's what's going to happen. False economy, we spoke about that before. West Ham are confident of securing a deal to sign Mexico midfielder Edson Alvarez from Ajax for up to £40 million this summer. So it looks like West Ham are going to reinvest that money back into the team, which is good to see. You don't want the owners just to sit on the money. And, you know, fair dues for going spending the cash. Atletico Madrid have contacted PSG about signing Italian midfielder Marco Verratti, but Liverpool are also interested. So Tottenham's Denmark midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is one of Atletico's alternatives. I mean, I feel like Højbjerg to Atletico Madrid has been on this BBC gossip column every single day since I started doing these videos, and it's still not done. So I'm not sure what the hold-up is there. It's very weird. Italian striker Gianluca Scamacca could join Roma if West Ham sign Belgium striker Divock Origi from AC Milan after negotiations with Chelsea over Albanian striker Armando Broja broke down. Yeah, apparently Broja also wants to stay and fight at Chelsea, so no real surprise there that Broja's not joined West Ham. After leaving Liverpool at the end of his contract, former England midfielder Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is attracting interest from Saudi Arabia, Besiktas and Brentford. I've said this a lot. I really like Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's a great player. The problem is obviously his fitness levels are just abysmal. They're just shockingly bad. So, you know, who's going to pay him the money? You know what I mean? I think any club that's going to buy him probably has to put him on like a pay-as-you-play deal, or will only pay you if you're fit, because he just can't stay fit, unfortunately. But he's a great player. He really is when he's on it. I like him. I think he's a top player. French winger Ousmane Dembele has turned down a 5-year deal worth £35 million a year from Saudi Pro League Al Nassr to stay with Barcelona, where he has 1 year left on his contract from Dembele there. So again, fair dues, man. You know, I mean, £35 million a year, tax-free. He's only got 1 year at Barca. He's could have been offered a 5-year deal at Saudi, and he's decided to stay at Barcelona. I have a lot of respect for these players who are turning it down, you know, and he's at a top club. So, yeah, I wouldn't be advising him to go to Saudi Arabia, but I mean, 35 million quid a year, I can understand why he might want to go. Dortmund is the preferred destination this summer for Austrian midfielder Marcel Sabitzer after being on loan at Manchester United from Bayern Munich last season. In fact, that is actually, I think, pretty much a done deal. I've seen it on Twitter now. He has pretty much signed or has signed for Dortmund. So, yeah, not quite good enough for Man United, but good enough for Dortmund. English defender Taylor Moore is closing on a return to France with Valenciennes. That's a decent pronunciation, guys, to be fair. After being released by Bristol City, I have no idea who he is. Everton and Atalanta are in talks with Almeria, not sure, over a deal for 21-year-old Mali striker El Bilal Toure. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And we've seen Everton linked with Toure a lot when we've been doing these videos. And of course, we all know Everton need a striker who can, 1, stay fit, and 2, score goals. So it will be interesting to see if they can get this deal over the line. Wolves are expected to sell Daniel Podence after the 27-year-old Portugal winger did not travel with the rest of the squad to their pre-season training camp in Portugal. Okay, fair. Nice are planning a move for 29-year-old Leicester City Portugal fullback Ricardo Pereira from FUT Mercato. And finally, 2 clubs from Saudi Arabia are in talks over a deal for Manchester United's Ivory Coast defender Eric Bailly. And let's see what the news is. Sign up or you can leave. Is that meant to be sign up or you can leave? And they put Kane leave. That is shocking. Sign or go now. Some cricket stuff, some golf stuff, and some more golf stuff. So there we go, the big news. Harry Kane closing in on a move to Bayern Munich. PSG about to accept a €200 million bid for Kylian Mbappe, and Manchester City about to sign Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. We'll have more on this on City Extra. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Like the video, really helps me out. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And guys, I will see you tomorrow. See you later on.